The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing. Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen. Today is Thursday, the 12th of October, 2017. There was plenty sunshine all day here on the island of New Providence. And then about around 2:30, it started to rain on Market Street. But God is good anyhow. Broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And of course, I'm a member of the Catholic Christian community. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
I think we have time for a small prayer, or should we wait on the next go around? I think we should wait.
I guess after the break.
Well, folks, it's still a sad day in the Bahamas because at least about 2 hours ago, reports have come into our studio that a Negro male has been executed by the forces of evil, by gangsters. So that's one of the things we will discuss about. And then, of course, I have to return to perhaps one of the most powerful political investigation in the history of the modern Bahamas. How did Frankie Alfred Campbell manage to become a citizen of the Bahamas? And I may have to, for the first time, look at the behavior of two holy people who are members of the Christian denomination that I belong to, so that I could prove to Frankie that I have the facts. And so, Lord, it is a new ground, because when I joined the Roman Catholic Church, I never, ever envisioned bringing it into controversy. But I'm a kind of Negro male that if people begin to question my integrity and the veracity of the statements that I make, I just go and produce more documents. So I have so much information, and I'm going to have to produce it because one of the greatest national security threat exists, because we have a government, in the case of the FNM, who says it is not like the PLP. They say they believe in transparency and accountability. So we're going to have to look at these things. And then I asked Dr. Minnis, are you really going to fire Sean McCready, who is the ambassador to the holy city of the Vatican? This is Freedom March. Things are on my mind, documents and information, and I'm firing scuds at my party because we have to clean up the corruption.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. and my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, who is, of course, a biblical scholar extraordinaire, is here. Bradley, I thank you for being here with me
Absolutely.
on Freedom March.
Absolutely, Mr. Monica.
Well, folks, today it is breaking news. You should have heard by now that the Commissioner of Police, Ellison Greenslade, has been confirmed as the Bahamas High Commissioner to the Court of King James. He's going to England to represent the people, them, of the Bahamas. I went to that brown-skinned damsel page, Candia Dames. I saw her daddy today, and when I said to him, "Did you see Candia with all the sharks swimming?" And I told him, I said, "Listen, you have to tell that damsel of yours, your daughter, she must be careful." And her father said to me, "Do you want the shark to eat my daughter?" I said, "Oh, no, no, no." He said, "Because I know you don't like her and Marvin." And I had to throw my hand up in there, and I said, "Why don't you stop it, eh? I want you to know that I love Candia, and I love Marvin, and I pledge to you today, I shall never do them any harm." He said, "Well, because I know you don't like them too." Goodness me, I got to put up with all kind of things with Candia Daddy. But I have been to her page, Facebook page, because she's have good little information. So I'm going to read what Candia posted on her page about 2 hours ago. And I'm quoting her. "The Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced today the appointment of Ellison Greenslade," and she put in bracket, "former Commissioner of Police, as High Commissioner of the Bahamas to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and as permanent representative of the International Maritime Organization." The ministry also announced Sidney Colley as ambassador to the United States and as permanent representative to the Organization of American States. Appointed Consul General, our former MP for North Eleuthera, Theo Neely, to head the consulate in Washington, D.C. Astra and Bristol Roll to head the consulate in Atlanta, Georgia. Linda Trico Mackey to head the consulate in Miami, Florida. And Lawrence Larry Cartwright to head the consulate in New York. Well, let me talk. I'm going to talk about Sidney Colley. Because, you know, the Prime Minister has announced, in view of the fact that I have exposed Transport Minister Frankie Alfred Campbell, and who is also the Minister for Southern Shores, I've exposed that he is an illegal immigrant and that he cannot prove that he is a citizen. So I'm going to give you a secret about Sidney Colley's wife, okay? So I can show Minnis how smart I am. Sidney Colley's wife, Mavis Latusma. You heard my name? What name I gave her? Her name was Mavis Latusma. Mavis Latusma is the daughter of Philip Johnson. You ever heard any Johnson in Haiti? By grab. Philip Johnson is Mavis Latusma daddy. But poor Mavis, she thought that I don't know nothing. Mavis, you is Haitian and I is Haitian. And I know my people's secret. How did Mavis daddy become a Johnson? Ha ha! Sidney, as you go to Washington, I'm going to take this and lick you with it. How? How? And I am tired of the Haitian people and the Bahamian people coming to me and saying, Monica, man, you can't talk to Mavis. I said, listen, I can't talk to Mavis. Sidney Colley, you don't mess around. So I tell Mavis, come in the back of Carmichael Road, where her daddy lives, because he's there crying every day, complaining over how Mavis, since she become a big thing with the Bahamian people and Sidney Colley, he wouldn't check on her. Mavis, tell the Bahamian people how your daddy became Philip Johnson. Now I know Philip Johnson because I grew up in Black Village with Philip Johnson. You hear me? I know Philip Johnson pa, he's dead. I know Philip Johnson ma, she's dead. I know Philip Johnson's sister who's a nice. And if you don't believe me, go to Thompson Lane. Look for that stalwart F&M, Joan Evans, her husband, Christopher Evans, can confirm, because he's older than me, that in Black Village was a prince who lived there for many years who named Philip Johnson. That's one Philip Johnson. Know him all my life. And then there's the next Philip Johnson, a big fat Negro male who got about. That's another one. So when the Haitian people them come to me and they start talking about Philip Johnson, I said, Philip Johnson? Because, you know, I'm a Negro. If you call a name, that's what I think about. I said, Philip Johnson ain't got no children old like that. I older than Philip Johnson, and I ain't got no children that age. And as we talk, I recognize it was not the Philip Johnson who hailed from Black Village. Wasn't him. But Mavis Latosma daddy is Philip Johnson. And Sydney, is a disgrace how you and Mavis has abandoned Philip Johnson, a Haitian man who named Philip Johnson. Isn't it interesting? But I'll hold back so that Mavis will know that I am the justice of the peace for all the people them. And all the people them has come to me. The Bahamians came, the Haitian people came, and they say to me, my God, look what Mavis doing. Wouldn't check for Philip Johnson. And I can figure out, because if Philip Johnson, who I know, have problems, he knows that I'm the chief of the village, and he need only call me. But I know he couldn't have any children, because Philip younger than me. So Sydney, you see, ain't no secret, but I can let you get to the airport. And I demand that Mavis Latosma does not go to Washington. You hear what I say, Mavis? I don't want you to go to Washington. Huh? I don't want you to go to Washington. And I blame the PLP for this. All right? Because when the law was being amended for the protection of the children them and the people them, a bunch of y'all start carrying on saying y'all don't want the PLP to put in legislation provision where children got to be responsible for the parents and where parents got to be responsible for their grandchildren. So Mavis, gade pou manquer parce que en pile moun yo a vini nan office moi pour mande pour qui ça ou pas chercher pour Philip Johnson. And every day, Philip Johnson, they're trying to get me to go in the back there to see Philip Johnson. Because as the Haitian people come, they come to see me. They said, Philip Johnson wants you to come in the back because Mavis pas bon. Mavis Latosma pas bon. And I say, it is a disgrace for any child to be allowed into the United States who abandons their father. And I'm tired of the Haitian people complaining to me. You didn't know that, eh? The Haitian people complain to me because they know if they come to me and what they are saying is the truth, I shall stand up for them. So Sidney Colley, you take that on your backside as you go to Washington. But I tell you, you should leave Mavis home. Let Mavis stay here and take care of Philip Johnson. Not our Philip Johnson from Black Village. Because the people of Black Village is very interesting. If you fall down and you return to the village, no matter how no good you were or how good you are, the people them will look out for you. And if need be, we will take up collection for your funeral. So I want Minnis to figure that out. Dr. Minnis, I question the citizenship of Frankie, while Sidney Colley, wife, Mavis Latosma, has a secret. Her daddy, when he came to the Bahamas, his name was not Philip Johnson. But today, he is Philip Johnson. And he cries out, "Oh, Jesus! No matter what you do for these children, no matter how you get up, cut bush, plant peas, work on farm, do all kind of things for them, they will abandon you." All right? How the heck? I was a Haitian when I make you. I know, I was a Haitian when I was growing you up and ensuring you get a good education. But now, since you married a Bahamian man, I ain't good enough. Go investigate that. You see? I know the secret. So I haven't told you about Mavis Latosma. Mavis, the Bible teaches us, no matter how we feel about our parents, the Bible says to honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Jehovah God gave you. And you're now going to the United States. I call on the American governments not to let her come in, because the daddy has been crying out to me, sending all kind of message. Mavis saying, "No, that." I look right at them. I say, "Yeah, y'all can further hide and cover up for Frankie. All I got to do is leave Frankie for 5 minutes and pull the rug off of Yena." You didn't know that, eh? Mavis, ma fâché ak nou. Pour qui ça? Ou pas chez pour papa li? Pour qui ça? Nou, pas bon. Pour faire ça. Papa, c'est important. Yeah. My spiritual advisor. I know you're a man of God. And of course, my party have you intimidated.
Not
I was only
intimidated.
trying to show
Yeah.
that not only is Frankie hiding in the cemetery, Mavis' daddy is in the back of Carmichael Road, and he's sending all kind of message. All kind of message. But I look at Sidney. If my wife, you hear me? If my wife were to abandon her father in his lifetime, I would cast my wife out. Because had it not been for the man, it would not have been my wife, and I would not have found her. But Sidney looked the other way. You thought I didn't know, eh? The Haitian people tell me everything. They tell me. When I'm here, on radio and TV, I'm constantly sending out secrets to them. And I'll give you an example. I'll say it like it is in Haitian Creole. My Haitian brothers in the bush, in the back of Carmichael Road, I am searching for Mavis' ancestry. Come tell me what's going on. And they come, beating the drum. Beating the drum. Beating the drum. And what is the drum? And the song. Campe bouquet. Campe bouquet. You know bouquet? Robbie and Mabuki?
Mr. Monica, let me ask
Hey?
a question. Why are you trying to allow Satan to get in between Sidney Cole and his wife, man?
I'm not trying to allow
That's exactly what you're doing.
my spiritual advisor.
The man
They're
has
going.
an appointment.
The United States has not done a gun
Yeah,
investigation.
but he has an appointment. He's a married
Well,
man.
let Sydney go.
No.
But Mavis, my best friend, no.
Mr. Monica, that's not right.
Nassau.
You're wrong on this one.
Pascal,
You're wrong on this one.
where's your daddy?
You're wrong on this one.
Kote Papa who?
My daddy's on Eastern Road.
Kote daddy?
He's on Eastern Road.
When-
And so is his wife. With
Huh?
him, his wife is with him on
Well,
Eastern
stop
Road as
it,
well.
my
okay?
spiritual advisor.
So listen, no, you're trying
And
to
so,
cause a problem, Mr. Monica.
There's no problem.
Yes, this man
What you want me to do
Listen.
if Philip Johnson, Sydney,
is she the
Haitian
only sibling?
father-in-law,
Is she the only sibling?
you have opened a door. Watch out for me.
Is she the
I
only
set you up
sibling?
for me to attack.
No, there's
All right?
no need to attack.
I want Sydney to know.
Let's put logic to
Blessed,
this.
stop it, my spiritual advisor. I want Sydney to know. Blessed is the son-in-law.
Let's put logic to
Who?
this man.
What
The
do
man
right
wife
thing?
has to go with him.
Because Sydney know the secret of Philip Johnson. And Sydney know that Philip Johnson has been Kashe Narajaya, has been hiding in the bush.
Why you want Sidney to go to the States by himself?
All right? She was never going with Sydney.
What are you talking about?
Why are you questioning me? Do not ask question that you don't have any answer. So, my Bahamian people, I'm attempting to show you what is going on. Here is a man, Sydney father-in-law, who came to the Bahamas with a French name. And by grab, Sydney has to know that his father-in-law, Monsieur Letousma, changé nom li. You see?
The Johnson?
Yes. Watch out for me. I'm investigating.
Be careful, you know.
Be careful of what?
Make sure your information is correct, Mr.
Well,
Monica.
listen to me. Ask Mavis. Mavis
Yeah,
is not your daddy.
I ain't getting it down.
Now known as Philip Johnson. Don't mind this country. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. These are wicked people with wicked policy. You see? I'm building a case. Anyway, Philip Johnson, you know something? I think I'm going to come. I was resisting, you know? Lord, have mercy on Philip Johnson. Not the one who hailed from Black Village, but the one who changed his name to Philip Johnson. F&M chairman and the Bahamas ambassador, Sydney Colley, father-in-law. Take that on your backside. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. All day since Freedom March commenced, we have been breaking news. Earlier, we told you that Elliston Greenslade, praise the Lord, has apparently accepted the appointment. He's going to be the Bahamas' High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. And of course, at some point, if he has accepted the appointment, he shall call upon our blessed sovereign, Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of the Bahamas. But when he presents Her Majesty with his credential, he shall be presenting the credential from the Queen of the Bahamas to the Queen of England. And as he holds it, he represents the Queen of the Bahamas. But once he passes it to Her Majesty, in a twinkling of an eye, she will be Queen of the UK. I tell you, a legal mystery. Isn't it powerful that the Queen, who's Elizabeth of the Bahamas, will be sending Ellison Greenslade to the Queen of Great Britain, who is also Elizabeth. I mean, it's powerful how these things work out. And then, of course, I broke the news that the outgoing chairman of the Free National Movement, Sidney Colley, is heading to Washington, and how I'd like for Mavis to remain, because her father, Philip Johnson, is in the back of Carmichael Road crying because Mavis will not check on him. And the Haitian people, they've come to me a long time ago. And then Bahamians who knows him and who also visit him, they have reported. And I said to them, how did Mavis' daddy get a Johnson? And I have the facts, you know, but I'm having fun with a crooked F&M government who accuses the PLP and say that they're better than the PLP. But they wouldn't be transparent. They wouldn't answer the question. And I can tell you about the Tribune. Here is a man who is on national TV. There is no television station, you hear me, in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas that is more popular than Sabat's company television station, this show. Because I have been doing tests, and the people them come to see me. So everybody got to be listening to the show. I went to see the Tribune. You heard me? And I went to see the Tribune on Monday, because Monday was Heroes Day, a national holiday. So the Tribune would have to meet so that they could prepare for Tuesday. The person who sat in the editorial chair was the niece of the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance. What is her name? Eva. Whatever name is. She's the young Negro lady with beautiful locks. And I decided, let me test the Tribune. So I go on with all the documents. And they let me upstairs. Say, Eva, Frankie is not a citizen. In this bag is all the evidence. And I watch her, because she's a very charming Negro woman. She said, Mr. Monkey, you ain't ready to disclose it yet, hey. Well, what she thought I was doing in the Tribune. So I went along with her game, recognizing that her uncle is Peter Turnquest. And I said, you even need more copies? And she played her game. She said, well, when you're ready really to broke the news, I want a copy. And I looked at that young Negro girl. And I'm old enough to be her uncle. You hear me? Because I believe that I'm old enough to be Peter's uncle. All right? Because Peter looked to me like he's about 49 to 52. And I'm 60. And she didn't take a copy. And I said, well, okay. And I told them, I said, now, you see why I come here? I want when the raw day come, I could say, I've been to the Tribune, and you all were not interested in looking at the documents to determine if Frankie is really a citizen. Now, in the case of Candia, I couldn't expect Candia, because Candia, while she was born here in the Bahamas, her mother was Jamaican, her father's Bahamian. And Candia would have told us during the referendum, when they were talking about gender equality, she told us about her pain and suffering, how for 16 years she suffered the indignity of waiting. Now, Candia's problem is she should have come and looked for me. See, I is justice of the peace. And I understand the problems that children born to non-Bahamian mothers face. And I know how to solve it. All right? But Candia didn't come to me. And so she had to suffer the indignity. Candia also is not interested in this. Because don't forget what I just told you. Candia's mom was a Jamaican. And what I have done by exposing Frankie, I have opened up something. And everybody is running for cover. And games are being played. But take it from me, Frankie is not a citizen. And if Menace is an honorable man, he would not attempt to create distraction. He can't distract me. He says that all those who are illegal immigrants must go by December 31st. Well, Frankie, let's examine. We need to know. We know that Frankie has an affidavit. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. I might be dead and gone. And one day, all of y'all will say, boy, Moncur was so correct. Frankie produced an affidavit which does not establish citizenship because he cannot confirm that he born in the Bahamas. His affidavit merely established that he is a Haitian. That's what it is. Because a child born out of wedlock to a Haitian mother takes on her citizenship. So any passport that Frankie has would be a demonstration of that. Now, had he born in the Bahamas, had he been in a position to present credible evidence of his birth, then those persons who born in the Bahamas prior to independence, he would be like them, and he would take on citizenship. You hear what I tell you? But Menace decide that he can play crazy. And instead of focusing on one Haitian national, namely Frankie, he then decide that he's going to distract us. And we'll all be stupid and start running on. But he doesn't know who I am. I know who the illegal immigrant is. It's Frankie, because I have his document. You hear me? And Frankie and Jeff Lloyd is going to cost me to reveal information that few people know. And I'm going to start off by doing one right now. Who, Frankie, is Father Guy? Let me spell his name. Frankie Campbell. Who is Father Guy? Guy. How you spell Guy? Capital G-U-Y. Now the English Bahamians, they would say Father Guy. But Guy, in this case, is Le Français. It's French. And you don't pronounce French name like that. Who's Father Guy? Frankie was Father Guy. And then, who is Sir Marie Antoinette? Y'all can cost me to go into the Supreme Court and bring record that few Negroes in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas know it there. You can cost me to do it. Because you all ain't know who I am. I'm a citizen who wants the right thing. So, that is what is going on. Menace is supposed to bring Frankie papers and see if they're straight. And if Frankie papers ain't straight, then we know that Frankie fell through the crack. You only have to read his affidavit. By the affidavit, it did two things. It attempted to give Frankie a English surname, and it conclusively identified that he is a Haitian national. There's no disgrace in being a Haitian national, because all of them people up in Cat Island is Haitian. That's why we send them when they came to the Bahamas as slaves. And since most of the Negroes in New Providence were scared of the Haitian, because the Haitian is do Obia. They don't call it Obia. They call it Boka. The Haitian do voodoo. We had all kind of Haitian people who do little magic. They fix you and things like that. So the Negro who was African and superstitious as well say, wait boy, there is no Obia like Haitian Obia. So let's send them down to Cat Island. Let's keep them in the far flank of the Commonwealth. But you all ain't know I know those things. You all ain't know that. So it's easy. And listen to me. I got a ton of information. I am a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. And before I became a member of the church, everything that I'm telling you, I knew existed. I knew. Because a part of my job was to find birds and find deeds and find people and understand the history. So I know a bunch of things. Father Guy, if I'm correct, is a holy man of the Roman Catholic Church. If I'm correct. Sarah, Marie, Claudine, she played a significant role. And Frankie, I'm going to fire 2 scud at you. Check 2 of your sibling birth certificate, and you will see Sarah, Clotilde, Marie. Huh? Watch out for me. Frankie is not a citizen of the country. And Minas and the FNM are politically dishonest. You say you're better than the PLP. Well, let's examine Frankie documents. Let's examine it. Let's examine it. And Jeff, I blame you for the fact that I am going to have to call Sarah, Marie, Claudine, name, and Father Guy. Father Guy, I am not the kind of Negro who's going to get up and talk, and then when the people them sue me, I have to beg pardon. I take days and years, and I know what I'm saying. And any man who is a citizen of the Bahamas who wishes to challenge anything I'm saying, challenge me. Challenge me. Frankie is not. And Frankie, there was a game you pulled this week. I pretended that I didn't understand your game. I want you to stop it. Don't do nothing. Stand still, steady, and do nothing. You knew. In 1983, you were a high school student. There's something you have forgotten. It was me, and I say that with humility, and Jax, and Philip Miller, and Gus. I'm not robbing you all of the role that you all played. But for the purpose of this argument, I shall say it's me. In 1983, Frankie was a student at Aaron Bailey when I went there and marched all of them out of school. Huh! Watch out for me, because the record is there. And Dennis Dames, Candia Dames' brother, Marvin Dames' brother, he's alive, he's healthy, and he will tell you the role I played in assisting him in marching C.C. Sweeting out and assisting him with negotiating with Aaron Bailey to bring them out. So, Frankie, this is me you're dealing with. Frankie is not a citizen. And if you all think that I'm going to drop this issue, I'm not going to drop this issue. All I'm going to do is add more information and add more information. So to Miss Patton, who posted something on Facebook that you can't understand, that I could be on national TV saying these things and the mainstream media will not check. Listen, they know media. They special interest. All right? They know media. The media people, them dead. And all these young people, all you got to do, minutes only need to invite them to one party, and they'll forget. You can't count on Brendan. Brendan is a weightless young man. All right? The only reason why I curse him out is his daddy, the late Basil Dane, was a great man. And whenever you have great parents, your parents' greatness help to bring blessing on you and cause people to forgive you of your journalistic sins. This me, I'm 60. You hear me? Watch me. I am giving you information that people in the PLP can't give you because they wasn't listening to Penland. I was in opposition to Penland. So everything that Penland said, I called meeting to discuss it and to analyze it. So I remember. And so that is what's going on. It's like how Mavis didn't know that I know Philip Johnson. I haven't met him. But by saying that I know him, meaning that the Haitian people come to me. Because the Haitian people know that I love all God's children. And any citizen or any human being on the face of God's earth who comes to me with a just cause, I'll help them. I'll help them. But Frankie is not a citizen. And this will not go away. Frankie must resign. So, minister, you are free to catch all the Haitian you want to catch. Just don't try to catch me. But Frankie, you have given him until the 31st of December. Huh? I mean, I've never seen nothing like this in all my life, my spiritual advisor. And ministers will be shocked to know that members of the public are providing me with vital intelligence. If Frankie is man, let's meet at a peaceful. Come here in the studio. I ain't gonna abuse you. I ain't gonna curse you out. All I can say now, Frankie, show me evidence that you were born. All right? Show me evidence. Today, I have found a mathematical exploit because on the birth certificate of his sibling are some maths that need to be calculated. And I ain't good with maths. And once that exploit, tell me the figures. I'll show you another expose. Take it from me, Frankie is not a citizen. And by the act of the Honorable Attorney General, Carl Bettel. Carl, I saw you in the spirit. And in the spirit, it has been revealed to me that you are a political coward. How the heck you could be a coward? You was a young man who was a torchbearer. You rose up in the F&M. You demonstrated. And my God, a competent man like you, you can't be honest and tell Minnis to tell Frankie that he has to resign? Come on, Carl. You're the Attorney General. The world is watching. The Americans are watching. They are able to now tell that your Negroes are nothing but a bunch of picky teeth, man, Toby. Y'all are nothing but the frying pan. Y'all can cost me to go up in the Supreme Court registry. You hear me? Y'all can cost me to go up in the Supreme Court registry. I got these Negroes. They're covering up. Minutes talking nonsense, but every Haitian must go and so forth. And got Frankie right there.
He didn't say Haitian. Why are you doing that?
Listen to me.
He said
Listen
illegal
to me.
immigrants.
When
why,
you hear
why are you
black,
doing that?
the only people that is illegal immigration.
Don't do that, Mr.
My
Monica. That's not fair. He said illegal immigrants.
That's Haitian.
So we don't have any illegal
Listen
Chinese.
to me.
We don't have no Chinese here.
They don't mean Chinese.
We don't have no
They got
Jamaicans
Chinese
here.
I've never seen.
We don't have any.
They got Chinese who got restaurant and barroom in one. And all the years that I've grown up, I've never seen that in my life.
You know, we have some illegal people here from West Africa.
Let's go to illegal people.
All
you
right.
think?
You know, we have
You
illegals
think
here from
Menace,
Jamaica.
Min, Lynn Holoresco?
You know, we have some illegal people
You
here
stop. Hold on a
from
second.
the Philippines.
Lynn Holoresco is the queen of the Philippines. You kicking and laugh. You think you think Menace, Min and Lynn Holoresco? Huh?
Oh, so you're saying you're saying what he mean is that he's talking about Haitians. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he didn't say that.
Listen to me. Me and Menace speak the
Be
same
fair
language.
now. Be fair now,
Listen
Mr.
to
Mantra.
me.
That is not right. You
Listen
shouldn't
to
do
me.
that.
Don't forget, Menace's grandparents are between Haiti and Dominica. Menace is the north, and all the north are from Haiti and Dominica that I know about. Menace saying, you think Menace could tell Lynn Holoresco anything?
Why not? He's the prime minister.
Man, stop talking nonsense. You know what all the work Lynn Holoresco did for the F&M? I'll give you an accounting. One day, in Tennyson Wells building, Lindem had so much donation that as I was leaving the meeting, I had to jump over the money. You heard me? And this ain't no lie. Lynn even didn't know I was in the meeting. She didn't know. Because I blend in perfectly with
Really?
Donkey Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I was leaving Tennyson Wells building, you hear me? They came with so much donation that it dropped. And as I was exiting the building, I had to step over the money. And I was scared of money. Scared. Watch out for me. Lynn will tell you that she attended the big money meeting at Tennyson Wells' office. Papa was even at the meeting. Watch out for me. I have good memory. So this is what we are faced with. Frankie has a affidavit. You know, among my people, we don't say affidavit. We say affidavits. But an affidavit is colloquial for affidavit. I don't like to say affidavit. I prefer to go with the people. Affidavits. So Frankie has an affidavit which established Haitian citizenship. You heard me? I'm not trying to deprive him of anything. If he's a citizen, then he's a citizen. But the facts of the matter is, Frankie's not a citizen. And Frankie has now, because of his stubbornness, because of the political dishonesty on his part and the FNM, he run the risk of me yucking down over 50 years of skullduggery. That's what he does. That's what he does. He also forces me to have to go to the courts and bring document. You only know it's a costless search. And when you're doing costless or title search or search on families, you're looking for A and you come across B and it attracts your attention. So what you do? For that few seconds, you take note and you write it down. You say, oh Lord, this what's going on? This what's going on? And you write it down. So when they see me, they know that I know all kind of things. And that's what it is. Frankie is not a citizen. And as we examine what has happened, this is a serious, serious problem. You see, you all didn't know that Sidney Colley's wife had a whole man in the back of Carmichael Road, her daddy, and he named Philip Johnson. But poor Mr. Philip Johnson, when he came to the Bahamas, that was not his name. Philip Johnson. Man, they had me so upset when they say Philip Johnson, daughter, Mavis Latusma. Philip can't have no children old as Mavis, because Philip must be born in 58. And I've known him from I was a little boy and he was a little boy. And if Philip Johnson was to have a child old as Mavis, and Mavis don't look out for Philip Johnson, I's a man who would have given my belt and veil Mavis backside. So Sidney Colley, as you head to Washington, you take that with you. You think I didn't know it, eh? I know it, because the Haitian people come to me and are going to see Philip Johnson, because he keeps sending for me. They all know who I am. In Haitian Creole, they call me Je de Père. Je de Père. When the people come, they say, Mon cœur, are you Je de Père? I said, of course. Do you mean justice of peace? He said, yeah. Well, we have a problem. And I told every person of Haitian descent and ancestry, anybody do y'all anything, and y'all are innocent, you come see me, and I shall curse them out, not only in English, but the limited Creole skills. So that's supposed to be going, that is what is going on. And we need ministers to stop it. Brent Seminit could solve this problem. Brent is the Minister of Immigration. He will see that Frankie was never naturalized. Also, Hanfield, the minister who's responsible for the passport office, he will see, my God, look when Frankie goes to the United States and they take his diplomatic passport and they scan it. The Americans will not get the correct information. Lisa Johnson, these Negroes are corrupt. Lisa Johnson from the U.S. Embassy, don't count on this passport. They are bogus. Take it from me. I'm the justice of the peace.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studio here in Nassau, Bahamas. Well, folks, as you are aware, Saturday is the day that we shall march, motorcade, and demonstrate. Well, this afternoon, I received a call from police headquarters where they presented to me a permit dated yesterday, but stamped today, in which the acting commissioner of police, Anthony Ferguson, has approved us to march, motorcade, and demonstrate on Saturday. I was invited into a special meeting with the police, and they said, you know, we have no problem with the people there marching, but the time is changing. It's getting darker, and we would like for you to march a little earlier. And I agreed with them. I said, yes, it is dark. And then they also told me one or two secrets. I ain't going to tell you all the secret because, you know, they are the peace officers, and I'm the justice of the peace. And I was extremely excited and happy that they invited me and discussed some things. So we gonna have to march a little earlier so there could be a little sunset, okay? And this isn't a long march. So I'm gonna need y'all, folks, to get to the Sudden Recreation Ground no later than 4 p.m. because it gets dark early and we have an interesting route. The route really isn't too long, all right? And don't forget, for those who cannot march, it's motorcade. You jump in your car and you march and you drive behind us. Or you jump in your truck, all right? And Pastor Willis Stubbs, I hear nothing from you. I'm counting on you to march again and to lead us in prayer. And the Negro group, we march. I mean, I hear from him yet. I hear he's supposed to call me. You better call me this evening because I need you to come on the show for a couple of minutes tomorrow as we rally the forces. And don't forget how it happens. You rally, and then you sally. So it's rally, sally. Rally, sally. Peacefully. All right? Peacefully.
Rally and
because
sally.
I is the justice of the peace. I'm a justice of the peace. So we must rally. So I want you all to get to the Sudden Recreation Ground by 4 p.m. The police is working with us. All right? And then we do a little rally, and then we'll sally. The sallying is the marching peacefully. So if you are displeased over murders, it's time to march. If you were working for the government and they fire you, it's time to march. If you have work but they wouldn't pay you, it's time to march. You hear what I tell you? If you accept my argument that the Minist government is covering up over the question of the citizenship of Franklin Campbell, it is time to march. And let me tell you all, peacefully. Because notwithstanding the political differences, I'm an F&M. I'm a Bahamian. And we all belong to the Bahamas. And we should never shed blood or threaten any citizen. It's peaceful. So I'm going to read the little letter.
You're an F&M?
Right? From the Commissioner of Police acting. Permission is hereby granted to Mr. Rodney Monker, JP, of Freedom March, for the purpose of holding a peaceful march and motorcade on Saturday, the 14th October 2017. All right? And the route. The participants of the parade will assemble and leave from the Windsor Park East Street, traveling south on East Street to Robertson Road. Then when we get to Robertson Road, we will turn east on Robertson Road and we will enter Lincoln Boulevard. Then you will head north on Lincoln Boulevard to Wolf Road. When you get to Wolf Road, you turn west, and then west on Wolf Road to East Street. And when you get to East Street, well, we're going to turn north, and we're going to end at the Windsor Park. So I have the permission from the police, Anthony Ferguson. Now, I only need my MP. You know who's my MP? My MP is the nephew of the man who's responsible for police. What's my MP name? In St. Barnabas, my spiritual advisor.
Shenandoah Cartwright.
Shenandoah Cartwright. Shenandoah, use my MP. And I want no contract. Okay? All I want is permission for Windsor Lane. And Shenandoah, listen, I know a couple of Negroes in the constituency who say you ain't get them no contract. Listen, give the people them some of them juicy contract. Okay? So that's what's going on. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
That person is gone.
Mr. Monker.
Yes?
Hi, good day to you and your spiritual advisor.
Hi.
Yes.
Mr. Monker, I am a PLP,
Yes?
and I respect the fact that you have so much facts and you do your homework. You're very meticulous, you're very cautious, and you do your homework. Hats off to you for that. However, as it regards to Sidney Cawley, I think his wife should be off limits to a certain extent. Even though you have facts and it may be true, he is in public life, but she's in private. Have a blessed day.
I thank you. Next phone call. Is there more phone call?
Yes, God save the Queen, Mr. Monka.
God save the Queen, my
Yes,
Negro brother.
Spiritual advisor, how you doing?
What's going on, Bannister?
Everything cool, thank God for life. Mr. Monka,
Yes?
I am very surprised you didn't really nail it with the Commissioner of Police.
Okay.
You was very adamant 2 weeks ago when you said that you saw a menace and he told you that the Commissioner of Police is coming back.
No. I never said that.
What you said, Mr.
I
Monka?
said that he told me that the Commissioner of Police was on vacation.
Yes, and Marvin Dame said he was on vacation. He was coming back, and then you had Stephen Dean on Bendel Jones' show. He said he's on vacation and he's coming back.
Well, I can't be. Hold a second. I
Yes.
can't be responsible for what Stephen said. I'm merely
Yes.
saying that Menace, who caught me off guard, because if I had seen Dr. Menace, I was going to run and hide. But he told me that Grain Slade was on vacation. That's what he told me. Okay.
Vacation.
Yeah.
But how come their public relation was very, very terrible on the COP? I think the public relation should have been better because the PLP lost because of Mr. Christie in public relation. I think the public relation was bad because a lot of people, even you, rally up the people in the country listening to you on your talk shows dealing with Commissioner of Police. And I think it was a slap in the face in spite of him taking the High Commissioner job. I mean, that's his right. But then again, you don't work the country like that. If you listen to Vaughn McCartney, they Vaughn say you don't do the inside that. And then Chavago Lang and certain terminology saying the same thing. And you know Chavago Lang safe, and he can speak the truth. Have a good one. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen, my Negro brother. Welcome to Freedom March. Get text, my spiritual advice. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi, Mr. Monka. How you doing?
Right here, my love.
Spiritual advisor.
How you doing?
Yes, Mr. Monka. Gunshot rang through the Foxville area today.
Oh, Jesus. What happened?
Man was shot. I heard it from my house. I had
Wow.
some friends over when they were leaving.
Yes.
I said, you see what I mean? They heard the shots as well. Right
Wow.
down the road by, the community center?
That's
Yes.
where the killing took place?
Yes, through Roma Street.
Lord
This
have
afternoon.
mercy. What the woman name who is now the MP?
Chanel Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Did she come to the scene?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't go to see.
Okay. Have you heard from her?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Is she still pussyfooting?
Well, I don't know. All I could say is it's some serious times in the Foxville area.
My Lord, I'm going to pray for y'all.
Yes.
Come,
Okay.
come join us on the march, okay? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monk, how are you?
Listen, I'm right here. I heard about a whole murder. What's on your mind?
Okay, could I get your cell number? I want to talk to you about something in private.
Yes, ma'am. Ready?
Yes, sir.
It is 434
Uh-huh.
57.
97?
No, 5760. 434 5760.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
God save the Queen. Anybody else on the phone?
Hello, Mr. Monko, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Mr. Monko, how are you?
I am right here, my brother. What's on your mind?
I'm glad, man. Mr. Monko, my name is Shantes Hall, and I'm glad you talk about the march. I hope you encourage all of us to come out, especially the youth them.
Listen.
But, you know, with all the problems there, it still affects the youth, you see?
Of course.
And also, I'd just like to, if possible, you could send a shout-out, a birthday shout-out to Miss Delphine Roca and her sister Daphne Roca. Today is their birthday, Mr. Monko.
They're twins, eh?
Yes, sir.
Delphine Roca and Daphne?
Daphne Roca.
Daphne Roca. Listen,
Yes,
you
from
all
Garden
are
Hills.
twins. You live in Garden Hills. Happy birthday. And if they didn't interfere with Columbus Day, you would have been celebrating a birthday on Columbus Day. Listen, you coming to march with us?
I'm going to try to get out there, Mr. Monko.
Try.
I can try.
Listen.
I can get out. I can catch and make sure to catch the bus to get there, okay?
Okay.
I even have my straight too.
This is powerful, and bring us many students and young people, okay?
I will. I also encourage you, be my keeping positive youth.
I thank you. All the young people, you heard what the young man say. Thank you, comrade. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Are you on the phone? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there once? Okay. Anybody else on the phone? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello, Mr. Monko.
Hello, my dear.
How you doing?
Listen, there was a whole murder in Fox Hill, and I don't know what's going on. What's on your mind?
Well, anyway, sorry to hear about that, but good day to you and your spiritual advisor.
Hi, how you doing?
I'll give me some spiritual advisor. I just called to send a shout-out to Lily Camacho.
Lily Camacho.
Yes, a happy birthday out to her. She's from Queens College, and
Really?
to let you know that her Grammy and her Grampy is one of the women them and one of the man them.
This is powerful. Can you give me her name one more time?
Her name is Lily Camacho from Queens College.
Lily Camacho from Queens College. Listen, I yearn to have gone to Queens College. So take
Okay.
full advantage of your opportunity, and happy birthday. And may your mom, your grandma, and the man them join us Saturday, because the country is on its way to hell. And we
Yes, sir, because we'll be right there on the march Saturday, so me, her Nana, and her Grampy.
and bring her if she's old enough to march. It would be
Yes,
a
sir,
great
11
experience.
years old. She's old enough to march, sir.
Okay, this is powerful. God bless you, and God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. God bless you, Mr. Monko.
I thank you. This is powerful. Anybody? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Good day. How are you, Mr. Monka?
Listen, I'm struggling with these murders that the FNM wouldn't reduce.
Well, I'm calling from Grand Bahama.
Wow, welcome, Grand Bahama.
Yes. I'm calling from the Fix Grand Bahama movement that we started here about 2 weeks ago.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to invite our public to just come out. We're going to take our first stand. This is going to be just a stand of unity. We're going to be sleeping in the International Bazaar.
Really?
Yes. We're going to show, I know NASA always say that Grand Bahamians don't do anything. We're actually putting our mouth to it, and we plan to sleep in the International Bazaar this Friday night at 7 o'clock. We plan to, just probably do some sauce and just hang out and just show the government
This is
that we're
powerful.
serious about changing our island. We're serious about the island being, coming back to its glory days.
Yes.
And we're taking, this is an exercise of faith.
This is
So
powerful.
we're just inviting everyone in Grand Bahama to come out
Now, do you
and
have-
show that you care about Grand Bahama. You don't even have to stay. You can just come there.
Do
We're
you have
looking
any
for strength in
man?
numbers
You
to
have
let
any
them know
man
that
them
we're here,
involved?
we're here to stay.
Listen
Pardon
to me. Any of the man them involved?
Yes, we have lots of men involved.
Because I don't want the woman them out there by themselves. You
No,
understand?
we have a lot of men who stand with us.
And did you tell the police so the police could
Right,
constantly?
Yes,
security.
we sent a letter to the police already,
this
and
is
we're
powerful.
inviting them to assist us with this because we're serious about it, and we have to take a stand and show them that we're still one Bahamian people. We've had a lot of noise in the market, but we're trying to show them we have one voice.
And this is going to be
it's fixed on
peaceful.
Bahama.
Now listen to me, because I'm the justice of the peace for the whole Bahamas. This is going to be peaceful, right?
Yes, this is just to join us to show that there's unity and strength.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so happy that as leader of the woman them, you are notifying me, and I give you all my blessing.
Thank you so much.
Do well, my dear.
Okay, have a good one.
God save the Queen. Hello? Laszlo. Who's Laszlo? and DJ Tim.
DJ Payne, man.
DJ Payne. Laszlo and DJ Payne, all I have is political pain. My party wouldn't make Frankie bring them affidavits and them other document. All right? Anyway, we'll continue.
Okay, here we
Read
go.
text.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. You're doing an awesome job. Keep it up and don't mind the noise in the market. Good evening, Mr. Munker. My daughter's hurting because she received a letter in the mail. However, 28 Cubans were just hired because the Minister of Education stated there is a teacher shortage. As you can see, it is not true. There are 20 teachers in Grand Bahama waiting to be placed.
Really? Jeff, my goodness, what's your problem? Listen, you better stop it because I'm investigating. All right? Stop it. You see how Frankie was doing all this nonsense? And now I could prove he's not a citizen. And he cannot disprove what I'm saying. You hear me? Jeff, be careful because you are acting strange.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. Did you read the column that Rashad Roll wrote? He lashed out at the Menace government.
Rashad Roll. It sounds like a Negro I'm familiar with, but I'm not sure.
Good evening, gentlemen. We have so much problems in this country that are overtaking us. I think this immigration issue is a smoking screen to take our eyes off this country situation.
And to take our eyes off Frankie. But I want Frankie to know, as Menace have illegal immigrants running, I shall run behind him. Because you're brown skinned. It's easy to see you as you run among the Negroes. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. How you doing?
Listen, I'm right here trying to clean up the corruption in my party.
You was the man of the woman and you was the chief of the woman eh?
Indeed I am.
Well, I need you to go over Friday and sleep alone with the people in Freeport.
Friday?
I want you to represent them, man. Catch the 7:30 flight to Freeport on Bahamas there. Don't go on Sky. Go Bahamas there.
Oh, I ain't getting on Sky now. Sky? They even have windshield wiper. Peter Turnquest is a rich man and wouldn't buy, at least, Peter, in the budget. You could have slipped that in.
Go on the 7:30 flight on Bahamas here on Friday, man. Spend the day and come back Saturday morning, man, with them.
Let me pray over it because you know I scared of plane, okay?
No, don't be scared, man. You're a sad man, man. You don't be scared.
Okay, then. I
don't
thank
be
you.
Scared.
I
have your back and the pilot you flying with at 7:30. They save.
Okay.
They save pilots. Mr. Cartwright and Mr. Noah, they save pilots.
Let me pray over it. I thank you very much.
Yeah,
okay?
Go ahead and try it and sleep with them, man. Show Freeport you appreciate them also.
I do appreciate Freeport. I love Freeport. Thank you. Hello. Right. Welcome to Freedom March. Yes. Yes.
Yes, Senator S.A., how are you all doing?
We're doing great. How you doing?
All is well. Senator, listen to me. Yes. I think you have all these people who say they're going to show. I think at the end of the day, all this fighting you doing for the main people, because I must say with you, one thing I say, you stand for people, but at the end of the day, you can't have these bunch of fakers, phonies, and fraud talking about there's the part of the woman them, and there's a part of the man them, and they don't come to represent you. I want you, if they don't come to support us on this march, I want you to burn fire on each and every one of them fakers, phony, and frauds. Because they can't be calling the show and asking you to fight for them and they will come and stand for themselves.
Your point is well taken, but let me assure you that when we march on the 2nd of September, just last month, hundreds came. I was shocked. I have faith in the woman them. That's why I'm leading them. The woman them need a champion. Somebody who's going to look out for their interests and their children. That is why.
Let's be the champion.
I have outlawed any man found being unfaithful to the woman. He can be me and them.
I stand with you, brother.
They must be faithful to all the women them. This is powerful. With you, brother. I thank you.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to seeing you. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Hello, Senator Monker.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm right here. What's on your mind?
Good. You're doing a wonderful job. I've been asked to call for a group of the women them that support you abundantly, and they want you to send a shout out for them because on Friday and Saturday they're having a massive infant clothing sale on Prince Charles at the Legacy Plaza. and they would like for you to send out a shout especially to the 304 so that they can support it.
And who am I shouting out? Mind you can call Sabat to say giving you free advertisement. Who should I shout out to?
You're shouting out to Carol, Melbourne,
Carol,
Cipriano,
Melbourne,
Cipriano,
and who else?
Karen and Kayla.
Karen and Kayla. After the
that's
sale.
regarding the sale on Friday and Saturday at the Legacy Plaza on Prince Charles Drive.
Well, that sale better be early because I expect y'all to be at the...
Oh, definitely. They're starting at 7 so that they can be finished by 1 o'clock so that they can be out on the march.
Tell them to get to Windsor Park by 4 o'clock because the police don't want it to be too dark, okay?
Okay, sir. And if you got a chance to send it out in Creole, they'll be greatly appreciated.
Okay. They speak Creole?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're my people. Tell them, watch out, because Minnie's trying to catch us. Okay?
No, they're all straight, though. They're straight.
Okay, then. Take it care.
All right, you have a good one. Continue the good work.
God bless you, and God save the Queen. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Mr. Monk, how are you doing this afternoon?
Listen, they had a whole murder in Fox Hill, so I'm not feeling well.
What a shame. And how's my spiritual advisor doing?
I'm doing great.
Mr. Rose?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Okay. Can you turn to the Holy Bible and find those that passage of Scripture that you read, I think it was last week, about the 6 people that God hates?
Oh, okay.
I was wondering if you think Mr. Monk qualifies for one of them.
I don't know.
Seemed like to me he does. I don't know.
Listen.
I'll read it again and see which one of those
What sin are you accusing me of?
Cause,
well, I thought it was only one judge. The judge of all the earth will do right.
But I'm asking you,
he's the King of kings and the Lord of lords, but you tell people who's saved and who's not. So
Listen,
I don't know where you had that authority to do that.
We all have sinned. I'm a sinner.
You are a sinner.
And it is only Jesus' blood.
Yeah, but you say people's not saved. You say that all the time. I hear you say that often.
Of course. You remember you called me...
Jesus Christ is the King of kings and Lord of lords.
By their fruits you shall know them.
He's the judge of all the earth.
I hate church attendance.
Yes.
You take good care. We can pray for you.
Suppose I said you weren't. Would I have that authority?
You're free to say it, and I will
but I won't say that because I don't have that authority.
Okay, you don't have the authority. Okay.
You do. I don't know who gave it to you, but you do.
Listen to me. I hear what you say. I thank you. On the 3rd of October, a very good friend of mine, Edmund Bullitt, he passed away in Big Pond. I want Edison Key to know that. If anybody see Edison Key, tell him that I say the late Edmund Bullitt passed away. In 1990, Edison Key was faced with a problem on the island of Grand Bahama when allegations surfaced that Fred Gottlieb had mishandled and mistreated a female immigration officer. Edison Key informed me. I immediately organized a number of Negro males from this island. Among them were Christopher Evans, Salty, from Thompson Lane, Nicola Jacks, Brian Smith, the late Edmund Bullitt. And we were all part of the Workers' Party. And Erlen Williams. Anybody see Erlen Williams? I don't see him no place. And I had them go to Grand Bahama, to Abaco. There they met Edison Key, who pointed out what the situation was. And we conducted an investigation. The late Sir Cecil Wallace Whitfield, I think, was alive. And he was among the persons that we submitted the report to. So Edison Key, my number is 434-5760. Please call me so I could remind you of a hero who has passed away. Edmund Bullitt of Big Pond, unspoken of political hero in our politics. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break. Spiritual advisor will read some texts.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. I want you to hold that phone so we could read some text. But before we read text, my spiritual advisor, I've just been back to the page of Candia Dames.
Okay.
And Candia is reporting that there appears to be mixed signals on the Minnis administration immigration policy. Candia wrote on her Facebook page, and I quote, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis said in the House of Assembly yesterday that all migrants in the Bahamas illegally have until December 31st, 2017 to leave, after which they would be aggressively pursued and deported. This, in my view, suggests some leniency or amnesty for illegals until then. It suggests they will not be aggressively pursued and deported before December 31st. However, Immigration Minister Brent Simonette says there is no amnesty between now and December 31st. Isn't that interesting, eh?
Yeah, because illegal is illegal.
Yeah, but it's
Illegal
Minnis.
is illegal. I mean,
Minnis says there's going to be an amnesty. Now.
Did he say that?
Yes, he said it.
Or is it suggested that
He
says
said
that?
that. Minnis talked with forked tongue. But white man come back.
He said that in the statement?
Not in this particular
Okay.
article. But white man come back and say, there'll be no amnesty. Well, Brent Simonette, if you are man, tell us what is the status of Transport Minister Frankie Campbell, because certainly he has no documents to support his citizenship. You see how y'all ain't safe? You see how y'all ain't as honorable as y'all look? Come, Brent. I can understand the other Negroes doing this nonsense, but Brent, you's a Conky Joe man. Brent, you a Conky Joe. Uphold the law. All right? You have to point out to Minnis his contradiction. But now, Brent say ain't gonna be none. But Brent, you think I pick up on what you're doing there? This is your attack on the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, who granted the Haitian people amnesty who were in custody when Haiti had its tremblement de terre, earthquake. So that's what's going on. Minnis say something, and then Brent got to come and clean up the mess. All right? Boy, you know something? Meanwhile, you have the chief illegal immigrant, the Honorable Franklin Campbell, Frankie Alfred Campbell, can't prove he's a citizen, is not a citizen, and y'all are covering up. But y'all ain't safe. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor, read text.
All right, here we go, Mr. Monker. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor, Mr. Monker. Is the Prime Minister ignoring the Frankie issue? I'm sad to know that the PM is not strong enough to do the responsible thing. Mr. Monker, Mavis Daddy was my barber 4 years on Wolf Road by Tommy's Pharmacy. He put her and her brother, Les, through school at St. Anne's. We always knew Barbara Johnson was Haitian. He came through Inagua. I asked the former Speaker of the House of Assembly who was the MP for Inagua.
That's Wayne and Simonette. Okay. Mr. Monker, how are you doing? God save the Queen. Bye, crap.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. Why should you want another person's surname just to be a Bahamian? It's amazing what land people go through, Mr. Munker. Mr. Advisor, Mr. Munker is speaking the truth, and Frankie need to do the right thing.
Man, Mr. Munker, it's a good thing I watch you every evening. I like Foxhill and didn't know there was a murder. Mr. Munker, the devil doing his job to kill, steal, and destroy. It's sad you are a piece of work, Mr. Munker. Ginger, I love you.
Mr. Munker, are you going to have some sort of a marching band on your march?
Listen to the people them who provided the marching band. Bring marching band. I need marching band and everything. Just bring things, as y'all did. All right? Go ahead, my
Good afternoon, Mr. Munker. I hope you had a great day. I would like for you to wish one of your local followers, forgive me, one of your loyal followers, Lula Mae Farquharson, a happy 69th birthday.
Wow, Lula Mae, you look good. 69. Well,
thank you in advance.
You only 9 years older than me, but you're old enough to send me home. Happy birthday, Lula Mae Farquharson, and may God continue to bless you.
Good evening, Mr. Munker. On September 11th, my Grammy cashed a number in Paradise Game. She went to cash it, and they told her somebody already cashed it. So she went to the police station to make a report, and the police made a copy of...
on that?
No.
You sure?
No. She went to the police, made a report, and the police made a copy of the winning ticket. And she went to him to get the ticket, so he told her he can't find the ticket.
Go and see Marvin James, because the police ain't supposed to do that. The police are supposed to protect that. Y'all stop that. If somebody win, you see how the woman win the $250,000?
I don't mean
so
to laugh.
personally present the check. All right? Why don't you all go and see Marvin James and let him know what the police do? All right? And if you have an MP, fax him, because that is wrong. What the place name?
Paradise Games.
Where Paradise Games is?
Paradise
Games.
I can't.
For heaven's sake, can't you all be like Sabat?
Paradise Games.
There's pay. All right. I want you all to be like that. Go ahead.
Good night, Mr. Munker. We need to march in the village. The speaker's doing crap. Apparently, his wife is Nassau Village. I need to talk to you with people about the concerns we have in Nassau Village, Mr. Munker.
I'm prepared to meet with the people of Nassau Village because y'all remind me of my village, Black Village. Mr. Munker, I live in Bain and Grandstown, and I need to know where our tourism water boy is, because I is one of the woman them. Listen, right downtown. You're talking about Travis? Travis is in hiding. Travis opened up something to do with your health care. And I happen down in Baintown, and I can't find it. Okay? Y'all will learn that when it comes to politics, stop playing with children them and get a man to lead the country. Okay? I believe in man leadership. All right? And Travis is a young boy. Don't forget, Travis is still in school. Okay? Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Good day, Mr. Munker. Today is the day of justice for the workers of Malia Nassau Beach Hotel. For years, they took our 15% gratuity from us in agreement with the government, which was giving us 7%, but still charging the guests 18%. This case has been in court for 2 years, and in every appearance, it's put off.
Really?
We are tired. We work so hard, and there's no gratitude. Nothing. No supplies to work with. And the hotel is busy.
And they're not paying y'all?
Yeah.
Which hotel this is?
The Malia.
Malia. That's the one Sandy Sands is in charge of?
No.
Is that the one associated with Bahama?
I think, yeah, you know what? Yes, it is. It is.
Goodness of my spiritual
advisor. I understand it is. It was bought.
Now listen here. You all pay the people their money. If you all don't pay the people their money, I can curse you all out. Remember, I was the Negro man who wanted the hotel to go over the bar. So stop it before I start asking for it again. Treat my Negro people fairly, because they have to make a living, all right, within the main self. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My favorite show, the best in the 242. Where are the Bible scriptures for this one? Are they only for Dominica? The Prime Minister going to deal with who they call illegal and bring in illegals from Dominica? What kind of government is
Look,
this? This person is confused, though.
No, the person isn't confused.
Yes, they
the
are.
person
The government is not
speaks.
bringing in any illegals.
The person speaks in a language I understand. Good afternoon, my leader. We want Frankie Campbell fired now. So let's march against him. Let's march against him. All right? Let's march against him. And you're going to find a donation so I could pay the fellas them to do the placards.
Yeah, that text wasn't right, though.
All
Mr.
right?
Monica.
Don't worry about that, my spiritual advisor.
And
Read the next text.
You should correct that. Hello, Mr. Monica. You're looking very sharp and dandy today. Mr. Monica, what year was Frankie born in? I think you already established
No,
that.
let me ask a question. According to Frankie Alpha Davis, he was born on the 1st of July, 1967.
And what year did his mother come to the Bahamas?
I'm not sure. Okay? But we know that Frankie, Alpha Davis say he was born on the 1st of July, 1967. The affidavits continue that they did a search and there's no record of his birth due to negligence, but they never identified who committed the negligence. Frankie's not a citizen. Don't mind what Frankie tell you. You take it from me. I have done a comprehensive research, and
Naturalization, you forget that.
Frankie has no naturalization.
You're not sure of that either.
I am sure of that.
Yeah. Well, until you get that, then...
Listen to me. If he has one, they backdated one. Because when I went undercover, there was none. You heard me?
Okay. Good afternoon, Senator. Please send a happy birthday to my niece in Bimini. Her name is Feltonique Roll.
Feltonique Roll.
Her parents, Felton and Charlene Roll, are also
Happy
two of the
birthday.
parents them.
And from your parents, Felton and
Charlene
Roll.
Right.
What are they?
They,
Are they one of the people there?
yeah, they're the parents them, they
Oh,
say.
blessed are the parents who accept my leadership. I'm the leader of the woman them. The woman them ain't got to worry about nothing now. Okay? And all men who have a woman in their life, I demand faithfulness, or you get thrown the organization. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Monica and Spiritual Advisor. The Bahamas is in a big mess. How can we move this country forward? It seems like nothing is happening. No jobs. Crime is an issue.
Yeah.
Monies. Jobs being lost. Are there any investments coming to Bahamas? Spiritual Advisor, what do you think about the Prime Minister's statement? Is it for real? December 31st, 2017, selling all illegal immigrants back home? What is your answer?
Monica, Fox, Pakeisha Parker. We're hurting bad in the West End, and she is nowhere to be found. She ain't ready for this job. Help! Pakeisha, I fax you. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica and Spiritual Advisor. It's a pleasure watching your show from Pinedale, 8 Mile Rock. Shout out to Mrs. Marsha
Miss
Sanders.
Marsha.
She is one of the women now.
Miss Marsha Sanders, I gotta come to Grand Bahama. You one of the women them? May God bless you. And may the economy of that great island of Grand Bahama turn around so that my people could have work. Let me tell you something. You made a mistake when choose Minis and that Morty crew.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. Thank you so much for being the person that you are. Remember your soldier, Edmund Bullitt. My family who walk with you. Sorry. Edmund Bullitt. My family who walked with you when persons were afraid. The people them on the campaign, love and respect. Some of them.
Listen, I am coming to see the family. Edmund was a great citizen, and we shall greatly miss him. I'm coming.
Mr. Monica, when is ILTV going to start the newscast? I think they will do good on news.
Yeah,
That's
I
something
think
the
so
boss to
too. In
consider.
fact, I'm thinking of a Negro man who would make a good
Newscaster?
Yeah, You say, this is a text I'm reading, you say, PM say Green Slade coming back. You say that. You say, Menace, you say the 2 weeks ago, Bonnie, please forgive me if I said that. Menace told me that Green Slade was on vacation. I don't recall him saying that he was coming back, honestly. But if you said that I say it, please forgive me. But I do remember him telling me that he don't know what people are talking about because Green Slade is on vacation. And then he turned to a Negro man and said, wouldn't you agree? Monica have to say that the commissioner is entitled to vacation. And so when he looked back at me, you know, I have to be honest. I said, yeah, Green Slade is entitled to vacation. But honestly, I do not recall now that he said that Green Slade will come back. So please forgive me, because, you know, I'm 60. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Senator. I feel I must reach out to you. I worked with the election in the Carmichael polling station, along with many others, and have not been paid yet. This is just awful. Can you help, if only cost the parliamentary commissioner to help us get our money?
Turner, you are the parliamentary commissioner. I know they only have you there for a short time, but while you're there, talk to Marvin. I think he's the minister responsible, I think, for the parliamentary office. Find out who is responsible, and for heaven's sake, pay my people, man. They didn't work. All right? So they should be paid. Things are rough, you know, and people got bills, and cheering them. Go ahead.
Sorry. Let me just escape out of this one quick second here. Here we go. Mr. Monica, Sidney Corley has 2 sons down Carmichael Road, and he don't check for them. What is his father-in-law's name?
It's Philip Johnson. Philip Johnson.
Oh, these people rude.
You must get the Prime Minister, Menace, why he lied to you about the COP. Green Slade. He told you in eatery, the Commissioner of Police is coming back. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Wow, I recognize this text. Negro man, you were sitting at the table. Honestly, I don't remember it. Please forgive me. Honestly, I don't remember it. You know I wouldn't cover for Menace. I'm looking for all of Menace's political sins to present them to the nation. But honestly, I don't remember. But you were at the table. So if you say that Menace says so, please forgive me.
Good afternoon, Senator. I assume this is an old text. It is so sad that your spiritual advisor is facetious and very dismissive. Does he understand that people trust you with the information to do the right thing? Under the Bahamian law, threats of death carries a $10,000 fine or 6 months in prison.
Wow. Believe it or not, there was average amount of crime during the drug era. Crime exposed around 1990. Crime exploded around 1997 under Ingram. Really? Now be careful. Don't attack Mr. Ingram. Okay? Be careful. You're going to have to show me proof. Why did Menace stop universal health care? And when will Menace lay off 30% of the public service? Listen, Menace will lay y'all off if y'all don't stand up. We can close down the country, you know. And no work done. All right? Menace, don't fire these people. These are my people. And they need to make a living. All right? Brother Monka, day shirt of Key Butler Turner. God save the Queen. Facts, where is Omar Archer? Can't hear his mouth no more. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Monka. We love watching you and the spiritual leader. God bless you all. Thanks for keeping the Bahamian people knowledgeable about situations in our beautiful Bahamas. This is Freeport. I love you, sir. And I love you. And I'm praying that things can change around economically for the people of Freeport. Spiritual advisor, you have any text?
No, that's it. That's all the
right.
text
So
for
look
today.
like only me got texting. Okay.
Yeah,
that
that's all the
seems
text.
to be the text. How much more minutes we got?
6 minutes, 40
Yeah,
seconds.
keep the phone closed. I wanted to look at the National Review, which is written by Mr. Henry Bostwick and Mrs. Janet Bostwick, son-in-law. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to Mrs. Bostwick. Now, Mrs. Bostwick, I need you to be a strong woman. And I want you to talk to your son-in-law, because I think he was wrong to say these bad things about the Reverend Frederick McAlpine and Percival Forbes. I am convinced that McAlpine is a great citizen who is interested in the welfare of the people then of Grand Bahama. I also believe that Percival Forbes is also a good citizen. There is nothing wrong with Reverend McAlpine standing up and expressing his views on behalf of his constituents. Ministers know that any resources that he can put his hand on, Grand Bahama's catching hell. You hear me? He knows it. And Frederick McAlpine is under strong political pressure by his constituents. His constituents are starving and living on the beach, while Menace lives on top of a hill. All right? And Peter Turnquest, instead of slipping something in the budget to help the people of Grand Bahama, he slipped in the budget conditions to empower himself, because he got plane that didn't have a windshield wiper, forcing the pilot to crash land it. You hear me? Peter Demi love people, because if I have a plane, I love people. I'll be checking every day to make sure that the plane function efficiently. Unlike Bahamas Air. Bahama Air keep a pilot in the cockpit and a pilot on the ground checking everything. But look what happened with Sky Bahamas. So we know Peter Turnquest is not a good manager, because the plane that he owns, it crashed. You hear me? That terrified me, because I read that article. I'm a man who's afraid of plane. And Peter couldn't find a windshield wiper. Y'all people in Grand Bahama, God forgive me, I hate to say it, so I'm not going to call y'all stupid. I wanted to say that. You vote for a man who wouldn't put a windshield wiper on the plane for the pilot to see through, and the pilot crash. That's what you're up. This is how you test leadership. Anyway, let me go to Branwell McCartney. Branwell McCartney had a wonderful opportunity to build a political party. But Branwell mismanaged his opportunities. That's what he did. Mismanaged. I'll give you an example. There was a time when the party needed a new chairman because Mark Humes left the party and went to the F&M. Instead of Branwell encourage an open election where party members could show up to a meeting, nominate for office, Branwell sent out an application. He said, anybody interested in becoming chairman of the party, fill out the application, and they will meet and make an approval. I've never seen that happen in the history of party politics in the Bahamas. All right? And I couldn't go through those applications anymore, because the last time Brand gave me application, they asked me all kinds of sinful things. All kinds of sinful things. Do you smoke dope? Have you ever smoked dope? Have you ever sniffed cocaine? Did you ever do it? What do you think about gay marriage? What do you think about gay? What do you think about a bunch of kinky things they asked me? You know, like kinky sex. And I said to myself, why are they asking me these sinful things? And so he had an opportunity. And of course, he mismanaged the opportunity. Tomorrow's Friday. I want to come back if it's God's will, because I got a little more things to drop on Frankie. All right?
Why don't you leave my MP alone, man?
That is not your MP. Huh? Your MP is Kenred Dossett.
What's wrong with you, man?
And I now know.
Let this die,
why
man. For Christ's sakes.
Dossett is being persecuted. I'm not talking about his court case now. I'm talking about that. Talking politics. I know why they are persecuting him. And I know why. Menace is protecting an imposter. Frankie Alfred Campbell is not a citizen of the Bahamas. And I challenge any minister of the F&M government to disprove it. And I challenge Frankie.
Frankie is as Bahamian as Kong Salad, man.
No,
right?
sir, Kong Salad.
He is as Bahamian as Kong Salad.
Look how this Negro is going to sell out the country.
Frankie is as Bahamian as Kong Salad.
I say, Hungayaya, 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 Hungayaya. Frankie no citizen. Hold up the flag. Frankie no citizen. He is a political imposter. And I say, rise up, oh Bahamaland, let's march, because I have the evidence. It's right here. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Frankie, unless you confess your sins.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.